Hello everybody, welcome back. This is going to be episode 34 for our pure legendary dwarf campaign for Total War Warhammer. I'm the strategy professor. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is a pure campaign, which means that there's not going to be any auto-resolve abuse, there's not going to be any assassinating hordes on the campaign map, there's not going to be any kind of other abuse. It's going to give us an unfair advantage. And I think that makes for a more fun viewing experience and a more fun playing experience, so I hope you'll enjoy that. Okay, and I just got back from vacation as well. I really appreciate you guys and gals being patient with me for a week there. It was a lot of fun. Got to hang out with my wife's family, my wife and some friends, a couple of states away, so it was a great time, but I'm definitely ready to get back in here and start cranking out some quality content for you. So let's go ahead and get started. So I went ahead and reviewed what was going on last time, I believe. It's been a little while since I've done a dwarf one. I had some stockpiled videos. So this is my first one on 1.2. So a couple of the major changes that they made here. The biggest change probably is that they moved gyrocopters again to tier 4. So if you recall from the last video, I was very excited because then they were tier 3. Although I will admit that it's probably overpowered at tier 3 in the terms of the campaign. They are really cool. The gyrocopters are probably my favorite dwarf unit. But they probably do deserve to be tier 4, honestly. So this is okay. Am I happy about it? I'm torn. I think it's better for the game, but I can't make as many now, which makes me sad. So overall, it's kind of a wash. They did upgrade the brimstone gun to do more damage, and now it does flaming attacks. So that'll deal extra damage to trolls, and just anything else that regenerates. So that's pretty cool. So now these are more relevant. I don't think they changed the normal gyrocopters at all. I'm not sure about that. But this brimstone upgrade is really, really good for multiplayer. So I've been enjoying the dwarves quite a lot in this patch in multiplayer. They may have reduced the cost a little bit. I know they kind of tweaked some of the costs. I think the Dwarf Warriors are a little cheaper now. But not anything major. The major thing as far as the campaign and where we are right now is that the gyrocopters are up one more notch. So I do need to be upgrading to tier 4 pretty quickly with my main, military hubs. I think that was about it. I think they reduced the cost on Slayers again. So yeah, that's a pretty big one because now they're only 250 gold, and I think they were 300 last patch. They might have even been as high as 325. And they increased something else about them too. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, so they're definitely more viable, and we are building a Slayer's shrine here, so that's actually really good. So the Slayers are just a really cool, iconic unit for dwarves, so I'm glad that they're kind of dialing them back a little bit, because they are a very niche unit. Like, you don't want to throw them in against other infantry, or they're probably going to lose. They're strictly monster hunters, so I think this is a pretty good decision to lower the cost. Yeah, and I think that's about it. Of course, another major consideration is the Beastmen now exist, which is, I believe they appear right in here. We don't see them on the campaign map yet. They're probably concealed, but they will show up eventually and start wreaking a bunch of havoc down here. I'm hoping that they will come over here and knock out these border princes at Death Gorge, but since they have a 17 stack army there, I doubt that's going to be their prime target. It's probably going to be a Gruul Migdal. And I mean, we needed to stay in this area anyways, because I suspect Chaos is going to come up through here at any moment. So that's not too huge of a deal. That'd be pretty cool to fight them. It's one extra thing to worry about. Remember up here, we were going to jump this wall next turn and start taking out the vampires, I believe. This is a pretty stacked army. Now remember that the last episode that I believe Archaon is right there. So he is right in this area, so we need to be careful with him. He is rank 1, so he probably has a pretty strong army. But I still think we can deal with it. I mean, we're so strong right now, and this is such a good chaos smashing army. They're just not going to have a good solution to this many gyrocopters. And we should be able to hold the line against whatever they have in the early game with these long beards, especially with all the upgrades that we give them. So remember, with our technologies, we have upgraded quite a lot in the military tree. So what are we working on right now? Oh, we're working on Renowned Deadeyes for when we hire more Quarellers and Thunderers. Good. Okay, so that's pretty much catching us up to speed here. Mostly catching myself up to speed here. Okay, so what I want to do here is just pop back into this town. Just to regenerate a little bit. And we just built a military building here just so we can just kind of replenish our ranks. We still have a lot of good range units, but we're kind of... Our front line's looking a little rough, so we're going to upgrade that. Now, they did nerf magic across the board for every faction. Quite a lot, I believe. So that's actually really good for the dwarves because, of course, we don't use magic. And the runesmith, I think, his spells still do about the same amount of damage. Whoa, normal lords deal magic damage now? For the dwarves? Wow, that's really good. I don't remember if they had that before or not. But I've just gained a new appreciation for magical attacks because they just bypass all armor and all physical damage reduction. And a lot of other units in the game don't have magic resistance. Except for lords when they get magical items. So that's really nice. I think magical attacks are even better than armor-piercing attacks in many scenarios. So that's quite good. Okay, so he's hiring Iron Drakes. Now, we can still hire Gyrocopters here, thankfully. So we can still get them. It's just we kind of have to choose now if we want Iron Drakes or Gyrocopters. So it's an important consideration. For now, we're going to try out some Iron Drakes. I think they're going to be fun. I think they'll be good against the Undead. I think they'll be good against Beastmen. And I think they'll be good against just any kind of sort of horde, faction, chaos. Any sort of horde faction that doesn't have a lot of armor, they're going to be really good against. I think. I haven't actually used them in multiplayer, and I haven't used them in the campaign, so we'll learn together, but it should be fun. Okay, so those two guys are taken care of. I did look at the buildings. There's a couple of things I wanted to build. That place is good. 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 We have a little bit of extra cash. Not a lot. I think this place is fine. We still are we're pretty good on the ranged units. If we need some more ranged units, we can always upgrade this to get to Quarellers. Dang it, there was one place. Remember, I think it was the Carrick 8 Peaks. Okay, this one. There was something I was thinking of. There was a tinker shop that could go to tier 2, and I know I wanted to do that. Okay, here we go. Take that up to tier 2. Whoa, Carrick Azul's getting a rebellion next turn? Holy cow, I didn't realize that. Okay, well I gotta go deal with that then. Let me just double check the public order on everything else just so I don't get caught off guard, because it has been a while, like I said, played this. I'm kinda off my rhythm. Like, you know, when you play the same campaign for a while, you kind of get in a rhythm, like you just know what you're doing, you know what you want to accomplish. Well, I switch campaigns so much to provide so much different content that sometimes I get thrown off a little bit what I was doing. Okay, so I definitely need to send an army over there to deal with these, deal with this rebellion. Now, I had Thorgrim as sort of his own army in here. And I think I wanted to send him north, but because the Beastmen are alive down here, and because Chaos is going to be coming down soon, I think I'm going to need a second army. So it might be wiser to split these up. If I'm going to do that, I'll wait until next turn, and then I'll build a recruitment center here, just so I can get some more Dwarf Warriors. But for now, since we're getting a rebellion here next turn, let's just go ahead and dash all the way over here. This guy's okay just hanging out, I think, for now. This place is going to fall probably next turn. I had said I was just probably going to give up on this province just because Empire, or they already have Death Gorge and they're going to get Carrick Azul, the Border Princess, and I don't want to go to war with them right now. But I might rethink that depending on what the Beastmen do. We'll see. If the Beastmen come up and fight them, then I might try to take it. We'll see. I have a feeling they're going to fight me, though, because I'm a lot weaker than they are in this area of the world. Okay, I think that's it as far as buildings. Now, I could upgrade another one of these if I want to. I mean, it does give you a slight bit of extra cash. I mean, 40 is a pretty good rate. I mean, it will let me get a refectory here, which would be nice. Can I afford it, though? Because I'm going to need to build more armies here soon. As long as I have the money building, is probably okay if I don't have it, because I'm gonna have a military presence in this area anyways. You don't always have to get the public order stuff if you're gonna have military in the area anyways, depending on your situation. I think we can probably afford to. That place is a little more vulnerable. Drinker as vulnerable. I'm a little worried what kind of faction's going to show up here. If it's just a normal rebel army, that's fine. But if it's some kind of like faction that I've wiped out before, that could be a problem. I think rebels typically just hang out in their area. But if it's another faction, they might actually come up here and threaten some of these. So I think I'll just hold off for a turn. Let's see what we have as far as movement goes here. So he could move. I mean, I could send him up north. That might be a decent idea. I could send him up north to replenish his units. I think I'll do that. I don't know why I kept 2 catapults here, but it's kind of random. But okay, I'll go ahead and send him up north. It's a little dangerous running all the way through here because this is kind of dark area. I'm not sure if beastmen are gonna, like, I think they show up right here, but I just don't want to run all the way out in the middle with an unprotected lord, so I'll probably run right here and then just jump mountains to get over there. It just feels safer to me. In this campaign, I mean, I don't think we got jumped really badly in this campaign, but in a lot of other campaigns, there's always a moment where I just try to get greedy with my movement, and it ends up biting me. So I just want to be really careful here, because the beastmen, I'm not quite sure what they're going to do. Okay, let's look at diplomacy, and then we'll go ahead and end the turn. We're deteriorating with them.
Greetings, kin of another hold. What can I do for you?
Now, I think they will be much more friendly once... Oh, is that burned? No, it's not... Okay, these are factions I'm at war with. Gotcha. Okay, the rubble means that chaos is around. I was scared. I was like, whoa, they're already burning over here too? They are not, so that's good. I don't care about Carrick Norn as much. Chaos Warriors, can't do anything with them. Empire's still mad about something. What? Great power, so I'm just really strong. And I'm unreliable for some reason. I can't remember why. Anyways, yeah, okay, well, if we're unreliable, we're not going to be able to do anything. Probably. I mean, they might give us some cash, but...
You have a proposal? We are willing to hear it.
No, not if I'm unreliable. Okay, so that's going to be it for that. Let's just look at... I think I already deployed my Thane up north. So we should finish that quest this turn. And we also have a military alliance with... so that's this quest. We should finish that, get the bonus. And we should have... It says forge a defensive or military alliance. And we have Midland as our vassal right now. So that should count. Okay, so let's go ahead and end the turn and see what we get. Yeah, that place is going to get taken. I should have probably just sold that building a little bit ago. Not a huge deal, but it's going down. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the next turn. I forgot about that little chaos guy. He assassinated my dude. Now, I just got peace with them. I remember that. I think I did. Yeah. I guess I could have checked for peace with other factions. Probably should have done that. I don't think it would have made a huge deal because I'm unreliable, but... I haven't seen any Beastmen logos up here, but I want to stay tuned for that and see. Okay, so they're just normal rebels. That's good. Okay. What? Okay, that's Red Fangs. So if I would have run that other way, there's a possibility they could have tried to run me down. Yeah, we saw that coming. Wait, are they just sieging it? Okay, we got cash. Finish that. What's next? Okay, 2 Slayers in his army. Okay, so we can get Slayers soon. Where is Krataman? Is that... Oh, gotcha. Okay. Southern Badlands, yeah. So they actually just sieged it. It's interesting. Interesting choice, consider it's completely, like, destroyed and has no... I mean, is it gonna let me demolish it? Are they just raiding? Seriously? Okay. I mean, there are some other campaigns that they'll just, like, show up and just burn it immediately, or take it. Usually they just take it. Now, I didn't see any Beastmen activity down here. I think the Beastmen come in to your already existing campaigns if you have the Beastmen pack, which this is Beastmen. I was pretty sure it said that they would, but maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. It might have to be a new campaign, but I thought that it said it would throw it into your existing campaigns as well. We'll see. Maybe they just haven't popped up out of the shadows yet. Maybe they're just powering up over here. Be a good idea if they have to start from scratch. Oh, Carrick. Oh, dang it. So, because I stepped over here and I have so many modifiers in this army, then it actually saved them a little bit. Characters, events. What's the event? The raid remains. Okay, so it did give us some hope. Okay, so if I do stand here, then it will rebel. Maybe next turn. I'm just going to stand just to the other side right here.
It's in belts.
Let me make sure I'm all the way over here. Come on. Okay, here we go.
March.
Alright, so that should give me the negative, yeah. So I get that rebellion next turn, that's good. So, I mean, go into ambush.
Go on then.
It's fine.
Time for a reckoning.
I think the plan's still the same. We're just going to hop up here and just refuel up top.
Why not now? Moving.
Alright. Let's see, who else? What is... Let's see any known Beastmen factions yet. So we'll see. I mean, if they don't show up, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. We have a Beastmen campaign where you get all the Beastmen you could ever want there. It would be cool if they did show up, though. Okay, so now I get to send him all the way back. He's just going on a mission. Alright, I think it's going to be a rebellion. Yeah, there's going to be a rebellion really soon here.
Summon me if you dare.
Why doesn't it let me click there? Am I missing something? Like, why is it not showing up as a click icon? Okay, there's that. Surely I can move there, right? Does it just not let you move through attrition territory anymore? Or is it just showing me the skull like I can move there, but it's going to give me attrition? See if there's anywhere along this board it's not attrition. Right here. Because I want to recruit one more time. Alright.
Agreed.
Alright, so that should be good for him. A couple of turns we should be able to deal with this rebellion. Need to replenish a little bit there. Okay, so now moment of truth. Okay, so he's right here. Chaos. There's just one army of his, I think, that's there. Also, this Chaos Corruption is going to start spilling into my territory if I don't stop it. So, Now, he could play Ring Around the Rosie with me here and start running down this way, potentially.
What?
This is definitely a dangerous play, but I feel like we could beat probably a 40 stack with this. I mean, this is a serious army. I'm just going to jump like right here, and the next turn I'm going to take this out. It could jump right here, and that might be safer, but I want to be outside of this reinforcement range. How's this town looking anyways? They don't have gates. It's a pretty high level town, but they don't have gates. Should be delicious for sacking. Alright, so I want to be as close to it as possible then, but I want to be far away from these people, so there's less of a chance I'll get killed. So I think right here is pretty good.
Moving.
Okay. Now we get to scout him a little bit. Okay, so that's a different army. That's not Archaon. So we can't see Archaon right now. He has burned this, and he's burned this. So they don't have a lot of tech right now, so I should be able to just obliterate these units. Now, they do have some upgrades. Oh, let's just be... Well? No, they have some natural upgrades. So he's level 9 with red, so he does have some good upgrades. But I think we can beat him. And we can take out Carrick Dromar. So we're going to be able to get our revenge, hopefully, and take back Zufbar. I hope, crossing my fingers, we'll see. Recruitment capacity, okay. I don't think... I just want... The level 3 doesn't give me recruitment, does it? It does not. Extra... It's this armory, which I can't make right now. I mean... It might be worth getting rid of this growth. So we don't really... I mean, this is nice stuff, but this is kind of a luxury. Tier 4 is really what we're after here. So if I got an armory, what would that do? That would give me extra recruitment capacity... I mean, new dwarfs with great weapons. This would give me iron breakers and hammers, which I cannot hire. I don't have this. I would have to get rid of the diamonds, which are giving me pretty good money, but I mean, I don't really need hammers right now. They don't have a lot of super heavily armored things that I need to be able to pierce. And even if they did, I could use the brimstone for that. Or the troll torpedo. I mean, the main reason that I would get this armory is just for the extra recruitment. Because all of these really cool units are going to cost at least 2 turns. Some of them 3 to build. So, having that extra recruitment capacity could be a huge deal. It would let me get Slayers if I want to get Slayers somewhere over here. I do have Slayers next door, though, so I'm not sure if that's necessary. I mean, the growth is very nice. I just think that extra recruitment capacity could be key. That's kind of a luxury, though. I mean, we're starting to spend, or like, we're starting to whittle down our resources, so I'm not sure if we need to go super hardcore into that. I guess I'll pass on that. I'll leave the growth for now. Check the movement first here. So everybody's moved. I think all the buildings are good. Actually, no, there was one thing that was going to finish this turn, I think. Could be decent. Okay, here we go. Definitely want that upgraded. Crooked Fang Fort. Now I kind of have to choose here whether I want to do a refectory or a military building. I'd kind of like having the military building around. It's really cheap. You can always sell it back later, and it just lets you refill your roster, which I don't exactly need to do right now, but it might be helpful. Guess I'd go ahead and upgrade Crooked Fang. That way I can at least get the Tinker Shop to tier 2. And we can... I have the discount right now. I mean, Refectory is nice. I am looking pretty good on Public Order right now. Okay, we'll just leave it empty. We don't really need to do something just yet with it.
One rug!
Because I might need to hire more Dwarf Warriors. I just don't know what the Beastmen are going to do, if they're going to pop up or what over here. I don't want to build there because it's probably going to get sacked and die. Now this place is looking pretty good. I probably should have upgraded this last turn. Oh, I didn't have a growth. That's what it was. Okay, yeah. So we'll get the port town going. Trinket maker. Okay, I think that should be good. Moved everybody. We will get a huge fight soon, I hope. Just a lot of bookkeeping here. Yeah, that should be good. It's a hero. Okay, so he is trying to give me the runaround here. Abraham's going after him, I think. So it did not count Mindenheim. So we have him as a vassal state, but that doesn't count as a military ally somehow. I can't actually military ally them unless I break the vassalship, if that's the case. Which is kind of goofy as far as that quest goes. Okay, what is he doing? Oh, is that their game? They're going to hand it off to the Red Fangs? Oh, they're not having any of it. Sweet. Alright. Gabras. And Deadeyes. Where is this? Alright. Now, where are these walls going on? What is... Okay, so this clown is messing with my walls. Is that causing public order? I hope not. I think it probably is, though. Let me see. Corruption. So someone needs to be over here to deal with this stuff soon. This place is okay. We did just finish our iron trade, so that's pretty sweet. Grab a tech here. Let's grab a battle here, actually. Let's grab a battle. Just to make sure we get a good one in this episode. Okay, so here's another... Is that... That's not Arco. No. There's a couple of stacks.
Absolutely not.
Abraham's going to try to resist him. I think they're going to fail. It takes them quite a bit of movement to run up this, I think. So I should be okay to sack this town and then take it. I think I can beat up both of these chaos, honestly. These units are so weak to dwarves. Like, I'm just gonna love just slaughtering these Marauder Horsemen. It's gonna be great. Speaking of which, I am working on a Chaos campaign as well. I know it's probably crazy, but I just figured it's the one faction that I haven't done yet, so I just want to get through 8 to 10 episodes of that before I release it, just to make sure it's going to be a good quality campaign. And I'm working at that slowly because I still want to give you the content for all of the other campaigns as well. So I'm sneaking in 1 or 2 episodes of Chaos per day, just kind of on my own time. So hopefully I can release the start of a Chaos campaign within a week or so, I hope. Maybe faster, we'll see. But I have a lot on my plate, in terms of trying to give content for all of these different campaigns and League of Legends. And educational content. I need to do that at some point too. But anyways, let's go ahead and get in here.
All right. No.
That's a little more worrying because they have 3 hell cannons, but with our gyrocopters, they don't have anything that can challenge gyrocopters in the air, really. So we should be able to fly over and just destroy them. That's kind of one of the weaknesses of Chaos is they don't have good anti-air units.
To war.
Whoa, how am I taking attrition? Is it because I'm in heavily vampiric territory? Yes. Okay.
Let us begin.
Well, we were in a stance that didn't give us any attrition, which is nice. Okay, let's go ahead and take this out. It should be pretty straightforward.
Let us settle this.
Oh gosh. I thought they'd have a bigger garrison than that. That's nothing. Alright, just auto-resolve that. I mean, I'm going to try to get a good fight this episode. We'll see. Next turn, I'm going to, if we have time for one more turn after this. I didn't look at... Let me go and look at the time real quick. Yeah, I think we'll have time. I'm going to try to burrow under and see if I can bait the Chaos to fight me. Even if it's 2-on-1, I think I can win that. Definitely sack. That's a lot of cash.
Shoulder axes, lads. We move. My axe thirsts for
And then I do want to occupy it, just to start gaining this territory.
Attack!
Just occupy is fine.
The throng agrees.
This should help counter some of the corruption too, I think. Let me see here. Characters, local populace. It's 3. Okay, so it's still going to cause some major problems, but I think especially once I come over here and wipe this stuff out, I think we should be able to deal with it.
Never.
Okay, we get full vision of them now. Yeah, I can take that. I mean, I think I can take both of these. Potentially. They're really hurt, and they're suffering a lot of attrition because they're in non-chaos. They're in heavily vampiric territory, so... The question is, do I stay here, make one more round of units, of nice, expensive, juicy units, or... do I just get some more standardized units and start running over this way? We are going to have a rebellion in 3 turns here. I'm just trying to think, what's the scenario? So if he dashes here, he can't kill this in 1 turn, but I might need to defend it the next turn. Potentially. So I think I need to go for some 1-point wonders here. The flamethrowers should destroy them. I mean, it's just going to eat these things alive, I think. And the dogs. So we might just go with some Dwarf Warriors here just to kind of round out our roster. I do want to make more gyrocopters. Because that's kind of my... I mean, I think that's the best dwarf unit in the game. Or different variants of the gyrocopters, but it's very close. It just has such a unique utility where it's air to ground. I don't think any other faction has an air to ground unit, so... that just offers a lot of good tactical choices. Now, Quarellers are very strong. Now, I did just finish, I think, an upgrade for Renowned Deadeyes. I should have probably done Warriors first, because the thing is, Quarellers don't die as often as Warriors do. Because as you see with most of my armies, when I'm restocking Warriors, because those are the ones that die. Usually I'm able to micro the Quarellers and keep them fairly safe. Growth is not really a problem. Saving money and making my army a lot stronger, bang for the buck, I think is it right now, because I've been kind of a power spike, so I just want to keep going, just keep pushing my advantage in a lot of places. Don't have a ton of artillery. Now, Superior Black Powder could be good. I'm kind of leaning towards the Quarellers, though, over the... I mean, I do like the Thunderers. But especially against Chaos, because they don't have a lot of armor, and against Undead they don't have a lot of armor, then I think Quarellers might be more efficient. That extra Iron Drake damage is nice. still think, I mean, obviously, like, this is really good. It's extra weapon strength for all dwarves. I mean, dwarves and hammers. So I could just get this one, and that would be very efficient. Because I'm probably not going to get the two-handed ones for quite a while. This would help me build into speed, doesn't matter. These aren't really that impressive. Getting more public order can become pretty impressive, though. I mean, I need money. So what I need right now is money and unit combat effectiveness. Okay, that's pretty nice, actually. Pretty quick. That's a long ways away, though. A long ways away. So I think right now, Call to Arms is just so cheap. I mean, it's just 4 turns. And I'm going to be building a ton of Dwarf Warriors, so I just have to get it. I just kind of priced into it. It's just so cheap. Alright, so let's just... Yeah, let's just fill this out with the Warriors. Good bang for your buck. If I have to, I could probably beat up the Chaos with this lineup. It'll be close, but I think, especially with the help of a town, we could do it. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay, he's running down. He'll get there eventually. Let's see here.
Now why?
So they're gonna get more units next turn. They're gonna go to 14, I believe.
I ain't doing that.
But they're still getting very low-tech stuff because this town is very low-tech. There might be an argument for not, like, leveling this up, but I'm not gonna go that far. I think we should be able to beat him. So we're just gonna go down here. Now this river is annoying. I think right here would give me the best shot. I learned from the Vampire Accounts campaign, pay very, very close attention to rivers or it will ruin your day. Minor spoiler, not much. I'll just say something bad happened because I wasn't paying attention to a river. But it's still a great campaign. You should definitely check it out. Okay, and I know some people, just speaking of that, are worried about Vampire Accounts. Oh, well, it's you just go around and spam Spirit Leech and all that stuff. I don't do that in that campaign. Like, early on, I use a little bit of Spirit Leech, but later on, I use my magic on regeneration a lot more. So it's not one of these, I just run around in circles and cheese the AI and just spam Spirit Leech and things like that, like maybe you've seen with some other YouTube streamers. It's a very good, fun campaign. It's not just magic abuse. It's a lot of fun. So if you're kind of hesitating, you're not sure about Vampire Accounts because of what you've heard or what you've seen, I think it's definitely worth giving it a view just to see what you think. There's a lot of really, really good close fights and lots of really unique and interesting army compositions in that campaign. Okay, what do we want here? Well, I want to leave the area eventually, but there's already a rebellion here. I don't think I need gates. I could make a military building if I just want to keep recruiting over here.
Ready.
Totally legitimate, because I think we're going to get a swarm of chaos and potentially beastmen. Although we haven't seen them yet, they could just be chilling and powering up. We don't know. There are a lot of these little visual indicators in here. So I don't know. Can I actually run over here? It's looking like... I think they're there. I think they're there, because I don't remember these visuals being here. Like these little lights. I don't know. Let me look at known factions. I don't think I've seen a beastman yet. It is a little suspicious we haven't seen it, because we have vision of so much of the map. Because we're friends with Midland up there. But anyways, okay, so I don't think I need gates here. I think we'll be able to defend it. Growth could actually be very useful. Growth's always a good default. Maybe we just get some growth. We can always sell growth back later. Let's just get growth. I'm not really sure what to do. Just throw some growth on there. You can always sell it back. It just costs peanuts just to get a little bit of extra growth. Okay, we're just waiting on this to get to level 4, I believe. We will be able to build Slayers soon. We don't need that. Remember, you don't want to upgrade your resources with the dwarves until you get like a lot of alliances. Like I have a little bit of a trade deal going right now, but it's not enough to warrant this. You want max utilization of your resources. I explained that. I don't remember which episode it was, but a few episodes ago. If you're this deep in the campaign, you've probably seen it already. If you haven't, you know, check out the rest of the campaign. But basically, yeah, you don't ever want to upgrade your resource units until you have a bunch of trade partners. It's just not worth it. Valea's Sorrow. Okay, it's here. So I think we're just waiting on this. Is that what? Yeah, we're just kind of chilling with that. Hanging out here. Like, we do have a decent amount of cash, but our upkeep's going to keep going up as we hire more units, so we have to be aware of that. And it's fine. Now, I would like a trinket maker here. I mean, I could sell this building now, and then put the recruitment building down here, the Galbaraz, because I already have a trinket maker over here. Maybe that's what I do. I'll go ahead and do that, just so I can get another trinket maker, just some kind of building here. So we'll go ahead and sell that. It only costs us 300 gold. Let us recruit to come down here. I think that's fine. And then we'll go ahead and build a recruitment center here. It's not a huge deal. Like I said, just good timing, and I think it's okay. This place want trinket maker. Oh, what is this? I don't think I have beer yet. No, I don't. Huh. Well, this is cool that I can get a trinket maker and beer here. That's actually really cool. I think because it counts as something else too. What? Public order, yeah. Wow, it's public order, growth, and beer? And income? Holy cow, that's like a super building. Jeez, okay. Alright, I'm game. Let's do it. That's awesome. I need to find more beer places. I mean, I'm a fan of beer, but holy cow. Actually, I'm not the hugest fan of beer. It's okay. It's okay. If, you know. I'm more of a wine kind of person. I'm not like a wine snob or wine connoisseur or anything, but
Stop that.
not that there's anything wrong with that. I do love a good quality wine, and I love, you know, hearing about good quality wines, but alright, let's go ahead and get a fight in here, and this will probably be the end of the episode. Yeah, this will certainly be the end of the episode. I think we might go over just a little bit, but
Get out of me head.
And then, attack!
I mean, we are gonna crush this. I like doing manual fights, but this is just not even gonna be like close. The Quarellers are just gonna obliterate these guys. I guess I'll just auto-resolve it. They have no prayer. We're talking like level 1 goblins against like all of this. Yeah, it's not even gonna be competitive. Just auto-resolve it. Wow, they actually killed a lot of blasting. I think those guys were full health. I don't remember. Alright, so yeah, cash.
March!
Cool, rune of battle.
Good.
Is that something I have to equip?
Grimnir's axe thirsts.
Is that something I do? Okay, rune of battle. Yeah, whatever, that's fine. Throw that on there.
Send me to vengeance. I
Clean 'em up.
declare war on them.
Auto resolve. Vengeance, so that's a pretty nice little spike in cash. This guy's already moved. I think we're gonna have to end the turn, and we're not gonna get a good fight in here. Unfortunately, next episode it's heating up though for sure. So next episode we should get a good one with Chaos. Okay, he leveled up. So we want here obstinacy, definitely vigor. Think. Yeah, I don't think that's probably worth it. Just reading that over. So it says low leadership. So that means if you're starting to get into trouble, then your units will attack more. We get +8 melee attack and +4%. I mean, maybe I should try that out. It's just 1 point. Eventually. So it's just if you start getting to low leadership. Maybe it's worth it. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Is hiking worth it? Like, if you're just sitting there in the middle of a fight and Thorgrim gets to half health, does it activate, or does he actually have to go down and get wounded in order to activate that? If it's just he gets to kind of low health and then they get the bonus, that could actually be pretty good in a really tight fight. Ooh. Well, we don't have Iron Drakes and Cannons here yet. So I'm thinking we'll just go Obstinacy first. Let's do that. Just want to end on a good note here at the end of this turn. Let's see. I think we already did all the buildings, right? Sorry, as I said, my rhythm's just a bit off. A bit rusty here. Okay. And that's going to be it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Things are definitely heating up. We didn't get a good quality fight in here. We just kind of crushed a bunch of rebellions. But Chaos is definitely knocking down our door. We have a huge army here. And like I said, I would probably feel comfortable going 20 on 36. So that is a possibility for next episode. They would almost certainly take me up on that as soon as I jump this wall. Then they'll probably take me up on that. So... And Archaon's around here somewhere. I mean, his picture's on the map. When you go to diplomacy. He's over here now, actually, it looks like. Where is that? Oh, he's like right... Is that guy representing Archaon? Is this Archaon, you know, in quotes here? Or is Archaon just at a vision over here? I'm not really sure. I thought that where you see the picture is where the main general is. Maybe this is the main general for this wave of Chaos. I'm not really sure. But either way, there's Chaos over here. There's Vampires over here. You know, there's going to be a lot of fighting in the next couple episodes. So, sorry we couldn't get one in this episode. We just kind of had to do some housekeeping and just kind of prepare ourselves for what's coming. And hopefully the Beastmen will show up at some point too. I mean, they're going to destroy stuff and it's going to be annoying, but I'm hoping that they will show up. I could have sworn that it said that they do show up in old campaigns as soon as you patch the upgrade. Because the other stuff shows up. I mean, the other upgrades, you know, when they patch things, obviously show up. So I think the Beastmen should show up. I'm hoping they're just kind of hanging out like recruiting units or something in here. Or maybe they don't show up here. Maybe they just show up over here. Not really sure. But thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please check out the other videos. If this is the first video that you've seen in this series, we obviously have a ton of episodes. You go back and watch from the start. It's great, or just jump around. I provide highlights in the description tab for each video, so if you just want to jump right to the battles or just see how I handle different diplomatic situations that get interesting, or my building choices, you can always find those in the highlights tabs to the videos as well. Then we also have campaigns for every other faction except for Chaos. As I said, I'm working on Chaos kind of behind the scenes, just making sure that I get some good quality content before I release the first video. Because it's really lame if you just release one video and then lose the campaign in 2 turns, you know? Horde factions I'm relatively inexperienced with. I'm learning more with the Beastmen in that campaign. That campaign's going pretty well so far. There's an interesting twist in the latest episode that I won't spoil for you, but there's definitely some interesting things going on there, and I think we're learning a lot, and I think it's going to be a successful campaign. But do check out the other campaigns if you're interested. I also have a League of Legends series going. I've a few subscribers have commented on how they're really enjoying that, so thanks a ton. League of Legends is a game that I've played since 2011. I've had a lot of fun with it. And I main support, so I play support every single game, and I have for years, and what I'm trying to do is go all the way up to Diamond only playing support. Currently I'm Platinum 5. I've been as high as Platinum 1 during this season, and in most seasons past I've gotten up to Platinum 1, but haven't quite made it over the threshold to get into Diamond yet. I've been close several times, so I'm hoping that this season, with the broadcasting, it really helps me stay focused and think very carefully about my strategic thinking so that I can explain that to you guys and gals as I play it, and I think it's making me into a much better player, so I'm hoping that this season's going to be the season where I get to Diamond. But do check that out if you're interested, if you main support, or even if you just want to know like some good critical insight into games. It's a really good series. We play lots of interesting supports. Tom Kinch, I play a ton of that. We play Zyra, some Nami, so we have a lot of fun stuff going on over there. If you've played League of Legends in the past, or you currently do, or you just got to thinking about it, your friends are talking about it, do check that out. It's a lot of fun. And then we also have some educational videos. There's only a couple out right now. They're not gangbusters, you know. It's like 20 views and 30 views, but they're very, very helpful. If you're a student or you know a student who wants to really improve their writing, improve their critical thinking, do check those out. I think they're very informative, and they're very skimmable too. Each one of them, I think, is 30 to 40 minutes long, but I provide a list that you can just look at and just get the tips if you want that, if you don't want to sit through the whole thing, or you can just kind of jump around. I make it pretty accessible and pretty easy for you to skim and just get some really good information out of it. So thank you very much. Hope you had a wonderful time, and I look forward to seeing you next episode. Have a wonderful evening.